To protect his daughter from the cold, he took $2 million out of his bag and set them on fire. The person who did this had an annual income greater than McDonald's entire year's sales. Welcome once again to the videos of Same TV. Viewers, one name that could not be included in the list of the world's richest personalities is Pablo Escobar. Pablo Escobar was the king of cocaine, drugs, and various crimes around the world during the late 90s. Pablo Escobar's drug smuggling network made him excessively wealthy. Undoubtedly, countless lives were destroyed because of him, and the money he earned was based on illegal means. But in 1992, Pablo Escobar was worth $30 billion. After the Sultan of Brunei, Pablo was the second richest person in the world. If Pablo Escobar were alive today, his $30 billion would be equivalent to $58 billion today. And Pablo would be the eighth richest person in the world. Pablo Escobar's drug supply network was so powerful that it supplied cocaine to 90% of the entire United States. And 80% of the world's population was dependent on Escobar's drugs. This dangerous supply network was operated from an island in the Bahamas, and that island was the headquarters of Pablo Escobar. On this island, there was a complete airport where planes filled with cocaine would land under the pretext of refueling. During this time, the cocaine would be transferred to smaller planes and sent off to America. This process did not occur just once a month or week. In fact, it used to happen 5 to 6 times a day. 15,000 kilograms of cocaine were sent to the United States daily, which amounts to 540,000 kilograms of cocaine per year. Yes, Pablo used to send 540,000 kilograms of cocaine to the United States alone in a year. And at that time, the price of just 1 kilogram of cocaine in the United States was $70,000, which means that in 1 year, Escobar sold $378 billion worth of cocaine just in the United States, and this continued for a full 16 years. Investigative agencies believe that the cocaine Escobar sold for $70,000 per kilogram only cost Escobar $5,000. Pablo Escobar paid pilots $500,000 for just one flight. In addition, even after giving bribes, Pablo Escobar saved $60 million in just one day, which amounts to $22 billion a year. The magnitude of this amount can be gauged by the fact that McDonald's had sales of $21 billion in 2019, and Pablo Escobar's annual profit in 1980 was $22 billion. That means more than McDonald's worldwide sales. And obviously, Pablo Escobar kept all this money in hard cash. To bundle this money, rubber bands worth $1,000 were used daily. Yes, just rubber bands worth $1,000. That means $30,000 a month and $365,000 a year, just for rubber bands. Remember that the entire year's salary of American President Donald Trump is equivalent to the price of the rubber bands on Pablo Escobar's money. Obviously, Pablo couldn't keep that much money in bands. So for the storage of this money, there were very large warehouses on this island, where this cash was stored inside drums. 10% of the stored money was eaten by rats annually here. And then they would rot due to water. It is believed that Pablo Escobar couldn't count that much cash daily, so the money was counted by weighing it, and his watches were made by weighing it. Once, Pablo Escobar took refuge in the mountains of Medellin with his children to escape the police. At that time, his daughter caught a cold. Pablo had no other means to generate heat, so he took out $2 million in cash from his bag and set it on fire. Yes, a full $2 million. This was stated by Pablo's son in a media interview after his death. And as such, the end of this kind of life is also terrifying. In 1993, Pablo was killed in a police encounter. Pablo's stories remain an example around the world to this day. No matter how rich a person becomes, they have to leave all their wealth in this world.